Right, so today I thought I'd do a little something different and do a tier list of all 50 Pack Punch Cam. There's like a lot more than 50 squares here. So I think the very top tier, I'm going to put top 10. And I think I'm going to rank them from best to worst. So I am going to have the best Pack Punch Camo in all of COD Zombies. It's okay. Bad, gross, no likey. And then horrible to look at. Okay, I'm going to change this one to Cool Eye Candy. First up is Doris from World at War. I think it says a lot that it still stands out and is quite unique. I think it stands out more now that we get this. I really like the silvery dark blue combination and the pattern of not quite swirls. It's a little bit random looking, but it looks really classy. I love this camo. I'm gonna say, despite you have bright stuff over here, I'm gonna say this is cool eye candy. Also, the flamethrower with this camo, absolutely beautiful. Next up though, the BO1 camo is gonna be bad, gross, no likey. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. I don't know. I guess it's kind of the classic, but it's just not great to look at. Because what this is a black base with red circuitry all around it. And yes, it looks fine. It looks fine. I will give it this. It looks fine on Shangri-La, where you actually have lighting in the maps. But in literally every other map on this game, it just looks like sludge, especially when you're in the shadows. The circuitry kind of blends in with the black and it just meshes into a singular color that almost looks like mud. Next up, we have a camo that I think it's the only one that you only get on a single weapon, and that is the Wonderwolf on Black Ops 1. It's basically just the gold camo from multiplayer, and I'm gonna say this is okay. I think it gets brought down by the fact you only get it on a single weapon and a single map at that. The BO1 remastered version of Doris, and you only get it on the Wonderwolf. It is really cool. I just wish we could see it more. Next up, we have basically the remastered version of the World at War Doris. I think it's okay. It's definitely not the same as the World at War version. I think a little bit of the sparkliness gets lost here, and I'm not even entirely sure why. I think the swirls have a little bit more shadows, and they just look a little bulkier, and I don't like the effect that it has. I believe you get this camo on the wall weapons that are in World at War and BO1, because you don't get it on all of them. Next up, BO1 World War II version. Bro, I really just read we as World War II. I mean, in my defense, the pictures are extremely small. This is a worse version of... It's like the same circuits. The circuits are like white, yellow for some reason instead of red, and the base is the same. It's not the same. It's actually a dark green, whereas the regular version is black. It's just an abomination like the BO1 version of Black Ops 1. Oh man, I really don't know how I messed up this section so much, but I meant to say that it's an abomination like the regular Black Ops 1 version, not the weird Wii version. It should not exist. That goes the same for BO2 Victus. The camo that is in all of the Victus maps in BO2. This one actually looks like mud. I don't even know what color, like dark silver and gold. What is that combination? The silver and the gold just clash to me, and it looks so gross. The silver swirls with a gold base. I really don't like it. In the shadows especially, it looks atrocious. It honestly looks like you dragged every weapon through the mud. Mob of the Dead. Classic. It's actually the first one to be animated, and you have the cracks being animated with the lava rocks. It's really, really cool. It fits the overall vibe of the map, which is actually something that I should probably bringing up more, and I probably will be. But when it fits the theme or the overall vibe of the map, I think it elevates the camo substantially, and I think that's what this does. That's the same for Origins, and I might change this later, but this is a top 10 for me. Mostly because of just how well it fits with the map that it's in. You have the silvery steampunk elements that are not covered in this very beautiful icy blue. And it's also animated, but it's not super, super crazy like some of the other camos that we have later down the list. I think everything I just said goes the same for Shadows of Evil, but I like this camo more than Mom of the Dead. It's actually, it doesn't have cracks, it's more symbols, and they're brighter, and you have less of the rocks. So I definitely think this is top 10. I think it's a better version of the Mob of the Dead one. The Giant on BO3. This one's bad, gross, no likey. I think the pattern is cool. You have like the 935 logo, the like atomic logo on the ray gun, or not the atomic, it's like the atom symbol on the ray gun. I don't know why I remember it on the ray gun, but it's like a black base with gold accents with all of those symbols. I used to like it, but now that I think of it, it's kind of like, it's a lot like the BO1 camo where the gold kind of gets lost to the base and it just looks like sludge a bunch of the time. I need to think of another word for sludge. It looks like dookie. Not really, but kind of. Now we get to DLC on BO3 where we get 5 alternate colors of the same pattern. And I'm going to rank all of these the same. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm only going to bring up one color of each of these, and you'll know that I'm meaning all 5 of the camos on here, unless they're drastically different, which we will get to. Dreisendrach is a classic. I am going to put in cool eye candy. I am very partial to green because it's my favorite color. I'm also very partial to purple and blue. I think all of these look very good on all weapons. And I think it was a really cool decision to have this in a game where you can double pack to have different AATs and you also get different camos. It was very smart. Zetsubo no Shima. I am kind of torn between... Actually, it should be okay. I actually kind of like that this is only a single color. And honestly, it fits the vibe of the map very well. You have a yellowish base, which kind of reminds me of how the Dreisendrach one is. It's just covered in like greenery, which I really like, actually. I just don't think it's the most appealing thing in the world, yellow with dark green, so that's why it's okay. Otherwise, I think it'd be eye candy. If this had different variations, it's just you can't really have orange greenery on top of a dark orange base. That would be eye candy, but I liked what they did here. I think it's okay. As for Gorod Krovi, oh my lord, do I love this camo. It's so good. It fits so well with the map. You have the dark version of the color and dragon skills on it scattered around. And then you have 2 different versions of the same color, but they're brighter. You have like the medium that accentuates, and then there's these little spots of bright neon versions of the camo. It's so beautiful. It's like balanced, but it's also over the top, and it fits the theme of the map, like I said before. Revelations. These are weird. I like how over the top they are. These are the first ones that are kind of just amalgamations of random things. You have like nebulous colors, the red and blue. You have another one that has rocks that is also red and blue. You have a blue, purple, and white one that has lightning on it. Same with a green one with yellow accents and a blue one with more yellow accents. Some of these are kind of hard to differentiate between, and for that reason, I think they're not great. I think my favorite one is either this one or the green one. I think I'll stick this one in there for now, just because I feel like this one fits the atmosphere of the map the most, just because it's so chaotic. Actually, that's not true. This one's the most chaotic, the one with the lightning. So BO1 camo, it's the same. It's the same thing as this. Why is this even on here? Same with BO3 Origins. I don't really see a difference. I'm just not gonna rank it. Voyage of Despair. So this is the thing, right? We have 5 different variations again. We have the red, yellow, blue, and white, green. This green is gross, dude. I hate this green. And then like a red and blue. Don't really know. You have a watery effect on them. I'll give them that. And like the gold one has a little bit of like gold specks running through it. The purple and the white one is probably my least favorite. I don't think the white and purple go very well together. Bad, gross. I don't like the purple and white. I am going to rank these separately because they are quite different. This one's okay. I don't like it very much. The yellow one's pretty cool. Red and green I like all right. This one, it's probably the same. They're okay. These are gross. No likey. Now we have the 9 ones, which are all very similar. And I absolutely love this camo. You have the 5 different colors as bases, and I like how it streaks towards you. Like you have the A3 cloudy effect like you have on a bunch of these, but I like how much faster this moves. It has a lot more movement on it, and then you have the golden scales on some of these weapons and the golden accents on the iron sights and stuff like that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely going on top 10 for me. Did I skip Blood of the Dead? Is it even on here? Oh, it's just down here for some reason. We'll do Blood of the Dead first. This one's like a worse version of 9. I actually feel like I like the ghostly vaporous effect that this has. I just don't think it does enough. On some of the weapons, it looks like the part that's like closest to you isn't even covered in the camo, which I guess is cool in a way, but on a lot of weapons, it leaves them looking very dull. And it's the same for all of these. You have like the 5 different colors. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like this one. I like the effect, but I just don't like that a bunch of the weapon isn't even covered in it half the time. Next up, we have a really unique set here with the classified ones. And these are all actually drastically different. I don't like, actually, this one's okay. This one literally has classified in the name, and it has white with like documents flowing through it. Unique. That's the only reason it's okay, because it's actually unique. They tried something different here after like 4 or 5 maps where they have just 5 different variants of the same thing. I like that they tried something unique here. This one's gross. I don't like the turquoise with the red, or the red. I don't even know my colors anymore. The white and the gray, I don't like that combination. The red and white is also okay. This Christmas one is probably my favorite out of these. Again, it's like blueprints of everything. I like it a lot better. This one's gross. These 3 I like. These 2, bleh. This is a little confusing now, and I do apologize, but I do believe we're on to Dead of the Night now, where we have this royal pattern on top of the usual 5 different colors. I like this one because you have 2 shades of the color on it. It's kind of like the Gorod Krovi one where you have the base color and then you have brighter colors stippled around it. And actually, I don't know if I like the fact that the royal pattern is silver. I don't like all that much. So I'm going to put these on okay. They're all the same, just different colors, okay? We're going to put that here. Next up, Alpha Omega. Bad, gross, no likey. It just looks like farts, man. It looks like farts flowing towards you. I'm not a fan of this camo. This one also suffers from the same thing as Blood of the Dead, where sometimes you look at your weapon and it looks like it's not even pack punched. The camo is just gone. Going back to Ancient Evil, this one's really interesting, okay? I think this one is eye candy. I'm going to put the purple version because I really like this one. This one is interesting. It has turquoise cracks surrounding the base, which is really unique. You don't really see a turquoise base anywhere. I think this is actually the only one. And you could say I'm being a little hypocritical because on some of the weapons it looks like sludge, because you do have these symbols that are kind of overcrowding some weapons at some points. But honestly, the look of the flowing different 5 variation colors on top of the turquoise is really nice to me, or looks really nice to me. It's not nice to me in that it treats me well. It looks very good. I think this is probably going to be one of my most controversial ones. But I do like this one quite a bit. I don't know how well it fits the vibe. I don't know how you fit like an ancient Greek God vibe with Ancient Evil, but this does pretty well. Okay, I moved all the ones that I didn't put up here, but they're basically already ranked at the very bottom. I should have done that to begin with. Sorry. Next up, we have Tog der Toten. I think this is a less cool version of the Origins ones, but it's still pretty cool. I like that it's brighter. It's just that the parts that the camo doesn't cover are just kind of boring and flat. I feel like it's just the base weapon, actually. I do like that it has kind of little glints of what I like to think as sunlight or little gold specks. I like that a lot. The ice is actually more contrasted. You have darker and brighter versions of the blue color. I like it quite a bit. Finally, we are on to Cold War. This is taking me longer than I thought it would. My voice is starting to go. This is where we get the 3 different tiers, and I think from now on, I am going to rank these separately. This one's ugly. I do not like this one at all. I do not like the brown-green combo. I like the effect, okay? I'll give it that. You have, I think, like gold chromish on some sites where it's not covering it all the way. But like the base of it is okay. I think it's decent. I'm not a fan of the orange and black and the brown. When you change it to green and black, however, I think this looks very spiffy. I like this one quite a bit, and same with the. Actually, I'll knock this down to okay, because it's kind of jarring to go from horrible to look at to cool eye candy. I think this one is eye candy. I really liked the purple and pink combination with the gold or chrome accents. That looks very nice. The green one and the black one also looks very nice, but it's like a tier below, definitely. It's on Outbreak and Firebase as well. And then for some reason on Mauer Tone, they decided to make new ones. I'm not even sure what the difference is between these two, between tier 1 and tier 2. Okay, this one's like a turquoise with slight accents of red, and it has the nebulous cloud effect that a bunch of these have. It's just a little slower, and also some of the iron sights are red, like a velvet red. That is very nice, actually. This picture does not do it justice. That is very cool, what I just described, and it's very nice to look at. The tier 2, it's just a bunch of green. They changed the accents to like really bright green, and I don't think clashes well with the other versions of the green. Not a fan. Not a fan of that one. I think that's a huge step down from this one, honestly. Actually, you know what? This purple and turquoise one is so much better than this one. And oh my god, and it changes color. The yellow kind of overtakes it sometimes. Like there's a lot more yellow at times with the purple. I don't know why this, I just got like a hidden memory unlocked. There's little bits of turquoise in there too. This camo reminds me of those Trix yogurts that had like 2 different colors. I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about. I think a bunch of you are too young for that. But that was absolutely peak snacks. This one's okay. This one is peak. I like these two quite a bit. I am running out of camos, and I just realized I only have 4 in the top 10. So some of these are actually going to be jumped up a little bit, I think, once we get to the end. Like this one. I like that one quite a bit. They also changed the accents to a gold with a really nice texture. I'm quite a big fan of it, actually. And same goes for whatever this is, man. I'm actually going to treat these at... Oh, no, I'm not. I really like this one, is my point. It has a... I don't even know how you describe this. It's like paint slashes, not even slashes, like paint strokes. And I really like how they move. And you contrast how like slow they move or how they disappear in and out with the fast moving on the gold and turquoise accents, it looks like. I think it's a really cool combination. And I like all the colors of the paint strokes. It looks really, really nice. Like it's actually really unique, but I'm not sure how it fits the theme of this map. I could look at this for a very long time. It's honestly mesmerizing. The tier 2 I think is a step down. It's like eye candy. It changes to like red and blues and those kind of hues. Same with the other version. I like this one a lot better than these two, ironically. This one's just like a brighter version of this, and it doesn't have the blue, has more of yellows. These are cool camos, I'm not gonna lie. It's just this one, for some reason, catches my eye a lot more. This one honestly should have been the tier 3, because these two are very similar. Dur on Fong, does this one even move? It moves very slowly. You have a really weird triangular pattern. I don't know if it's just the fact that I absolutely hate Vanguard, but this is going there. So is this. Blue and black. Ew. Purple, we'll give you a bad gross no likey. We'll give you a little bit of an upgrade. It's okay. Definitely the best version of the Daron Fong tiers, but gross. Gross, man. This one, what is this? I get that it's a desert. Wow, desert map, bro, but it's gross. It's just brown. Light brown and dark brown, and it moves slightly. It looks really weird how it moves too. Like it kind of looks like, it reminds me of like really old generation video game graphics, the way it moves. I'm not a fan of any of these. Horrible to look at. Shino Numa remastered, reborn, whatever. These look like the same thing, but it just gets worse because it introduces more white. There is a cool detail on the second tier that I will give it a bad gross no likey. You see like the boss's face or one of the gods' face, I don't really care which one, on the base. I do like the red accents, the red velvet accents. I just don't really. I'm not a fan of the white in here. I think it takes away from the camo a bunch. It's been a common theme in Vanguard where I don't like the patterns very much and how they move. Moving on to IW though. IW has a very interesting selection of camos and they're very diverse, I will say. I think this is a way better version of what BO1 tried to be, and I get that they're very drastically different vibes when it comes to the maps. You have dark and gritty on all of BO1, and then you have very fun zombies in Spaceland, 80s, theme park. I think this one's cool. Actually, it's just okay. What is cool is this one. I really love the 80s vibes on this one. It reminds me a bunch of when I was a kid. This ages me a lot. I was born in the late 90s, all right? And this reminds me of the movie theaters with the really cool rug decorations. I get that it doesn't move. It's still really nice. I don't know. I look at it more and it doesn't move. It's very staticky and it kind of clashes a little bit. We'll put it on okay. I hyped it up a little too much, I think. They're both okay. Raven the Redwoods, though. These are crazy, okay? I really like these just because they're out there. Actually, not all of them. I like the Tier 1 a lot better. I like this one quite a bit. I like how cartoony it looks with how dark the edges are. It really makes the rest of the camo pop out. The white and whatever the rest of it is, it's just a concoction of colors, but I really like it. The Tier 2, however, is too yellow for me. Much too yellow. Yellow and orange, I'm not a fan. I don't, it's bad, gross, no likey. Too much yellow and it barely even moves. Gross. This one's okay. You have the orange and the karate guys going in the background. It's kind of silly, but for how silly IW Zombies is, I really like this a lot. I love this camo. I think this map is set in the 70s. It's awesome. It's awesome, okay? It gives disco vibes. You get the disco dots, polka dots, and how it moves. It's beautiful. Beautiful camo. It's so unique, and it, like I said, it fits the vibe or the era of the map very well. Moving on to Beast from Beyond, though, I haven't played this map very much, and I'm kind of glad I haven't. These camos are atrocious. I said at the very beginning, I'm very partial to green. This looks like mucus green. Very gross green covering all of the weapon with some of the weapon not even being covered. Absolutely disgusting. And this one's like even worse. This is the worst version of Shall and Shuffle. You got dark versions of colors with black. Looks like a hodgepodge of colors that don't really have any cohesion. It just looks like colors splattered onto a black surface. I feel like the majority of the weapon is black too, even with all of those colors. Not good. Not good. Final map of IW, Beast from Beyond. What is this? This is like dark red, cloudy movement with white. Bad. Don't like that one. Don't like that at all, dude. I don't even know how else you would describe it. This green one with like lightning, it's like really bright green and kind of like gives a cool effect. It looks like it's moving from the depths of the weapon and moving up. With black, that one's okay. Well, it's okay. Moving on to World War II, though. These camos are interesting for a specific reason. The fact that World War II Zombies is so dark and like serious, I can't think of any better adjectives than that. Like you can't have Shall and Shuffle camo on World War II maps. It clashes a lot because of the themes. I think they did very well for the darker atmosphere that they were going for, however. So I honestly really like the Final Right camo. I think it pops out as much as it can with the dark atmosphere. You have like blue and gold accents to a nebulous movement. I like it quite a bit. It's eye candy. And same goes for these random they're like three different versions of the same thing. You have purple, green, and gold with lightning going through it, and it moves like somewhat slowly. It covers most of the weapon too, which I appreciate on a bunch of these. These are also going up here. I actually really like this gold one too. The gold and the lightning goes very well together. I've never played these maps, but from the gameplay I've seen, very cool. And now we have the Frozen Dawn. What am I looking at here? I also haven't played this map much, and the gameplay that I'm seeing, it has like slight hints of gold in there, I think. It just doesn't even stand out. This could be This could be just how the weapon comes out with like little slight bits of gold. Horrible to look at. It's not offensive to the eye. We'll go bad, gross, no likey. MWZ. This is the first one I'm not gonna rank because I don't feel like looking up gameplay and I haven't played it. I refuse to buy MW3 because it was supposed to be an add-on and they sold it for $70. No thank you. I'm just not even gonna give it any more attention because of that too. Finally, made our way to BO6. This one's gross. It's baked beans camo. Baked beans moving around on your gun. Don't like it. The blue and purple ones are better. They're just okay though. I'm not a fan of how bright it is, and I don't like how it goes on to the beans that are moving through it. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird at times, and it gets a little overwhelming. Terminus is a way better version of these camos, or of what Liberty Balls tried to do. The thing I don't like about these camos, though, is that they kind of just threw the progression away. On Challenge Shuffle, you have a basic camo that is okay. And then when you upgrade it to the next tier, it's like a lot better. And you don't really get that here unless you like absolutely love purple, which I do. They're just kind of the same colors in a random progression, it feels like. They are eye candy. I really like this camo, and I think it fits the tropical vibe of Terminus. But that's an issue with like Citadel de Mor. These are, I don't like these, man. They have really bright colors. But this is what I mean. You start out with blue, like light blue and yellow. It's just it looks like a hodgepodge with no meaning. And it clashes so much. This one especially, dude. This one's horrible, dude. What is that turquoise and pink combination? That is gross. That is gross. And it's tier 2. You have to spend 20K for your weapon to look like that. That is offensive. Bad, gross, no likey on this one. This one is also pretty gross to look at. It's just the turquoise offends my eyes more. So these two, bad, gross, no likey. The tomb. We went from horrible to actually okay. Not sure why the orange tends to be the base one. Am I making that up? No, Liberty Falls had orange as the base. See, this is what I mean. Terminus says it has it on tier 2 for some reason. This one is okay. These are eye candy. These are very beautiful. Beautiful camos. The reason I have the tier 1 as just okay, I do like the red, the bright red on the symbols and the darker red wavy pattern. But like I said, I'm a lot more partial to green. And the tier 2 one has like blue or turquoise and purple on the symbols, and the wavy green is just beautiful. And same goes for the purple. It has blue on the swirls and red, and the symbols go from like purple to orangey red. Shattered Veil. So on this map, we actually start with green on tier 1. I think this one is cool eye candy. So these camos follow the same pattern of all of BO6, where you have kind of 2 layers. The secondary one doesn't actually move on Shattered Veil, which I kind of like. You just have dots of various colors. Tier 1, you have green, yellow, orange, and I really like the main layer with the, I think they're astrology symbols that turn on and off. You also have dark green that turns into light green sometimes. That also kind of flashes. You have a lot to look at here. It's overall very pretty to look at. And honestly, I think same thing goes for tiers 2 and 3. I think these two stay about the same at eye candy level, but this one is a step above. This is how you do purple/pink. I think some of the ones like Liberty Balls do pink really badly, where it's just super bright. I'm doing kind of out of order here, but tier 3 on Shattered Veil is very pretty. The dots turn to red, purple, and pink, and same with the colors surrounding the symbols. I really love the dark purple in the background that moves. It's beautiful. The blue one is also really cool. I also like the dark blue in the background. Overall, these are just really nice camos to look at. And finally, we don't have, this is a little outdated. We don't have the Reckoning camos. Basically the same thing as the rest of the Black Ops 6 camos. I will say, I think the reason that they have these on BO6 is just because they are forced to make 3 different pack punch camos per map, while you also have, 9 mastery camos across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone that are all really cool looking and could have been great as their own respective pack punch camos. So I sympathize with the devs. I just think sometimes they throw a bunch of stuff together and call it good. Reckoning. Tier 1, you have yellowish, kind of honeycomb pattern in the background, and you also have a helix pattern in light icy blue. I don't really like the blue all that much in some weapons. It kind of overtakes the weapon in a bad way that I don't like very much. I feel like they should have had the yellow pattern be more of the weapon. So I'm going to put that one as just okay. Tier 2, you already know, because it has green in it. I know, I'm sorry. It's going on cool eye candy. But the other reason I really like this one is that you start to have like red symbols in black portions of the weapon, which I think really accentuates the rest of the green, yellow, and light tinges of red on the base pattern with the helix. It's just really cool to look at. I think this one has more cohesion than Tier 1. And I also think it has more cohesion than Tier 3. Tier 3 is how you don't do pink, in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of Liberty Balls. It just feels like too much. The symbols are now yellow, pink, and red. And the base color, or the majority of the background, has pink, blues, and reds. I think it's a little too much. I get that it's Tier 3 and it wants to be a little more brighter. I just am not a fan, so it's going to be okay. Bam, bam, bam. And now, actually, finally, is WaW-BO7. I've been in the editing process so long that the WaW-BO7 beta has come and gone, and I had a chance to see the pack punch camos that I'm pretty sure is going to be in Ashes of the Damned and all of these survival maps that come with it. So we have 3 tiers again. First tier is orangey. What I really like about these 3 camos especially is that the grooves actually have depth to them. So it looks like they're actually carved into the weapon itself, which I think gives it a really cool look. And of course, on Tier 1, you have like purple streaks going through it. It's honestly really, really cool. And ironically, I think I like Tier 1 the best out of all 3 of these. Not entirely sure why. I just think the orange and the purple are a really good combination, the purple being subtle. So I think that one's cool eye candy, and then green and blue are going to be just okay. Again, I really like the look of the grooves. I just don't think that 2 different variations of green on the same weapon look that great. So that's why that one's okay to me. And then the blue is also, I feel like the light blue and purple looks really cool. Actually, this one's going to be cool eye candy as well. I like this one better than the green one by quite a bit. So here we go again. Bam, bam, bam. And because I've also taken forever to edit this and record this as well, I've actually had some time to think about some of my rankings that I think should be changed. One of these is this one. I don't know what I was thinking, but this is atrocious, dude. I seriously do not know what was going through my mind when I put this one as simply okay. It's bad. It doesn't even move, and it clashes a lot. And I think the last change would be this is going to eye candy. Where's BO3? Somewhere over here. These are really cool. I don't know why I was so harsh on them. They are chaotic, but they're good. And I could honestly make a bunch more changes. The opinion, or my opinion, on a bunch of these camos changes from like day to day and playthrough through playthrough. It's just the nature of colors, and I also should have mentioned this at the start. It's just you like some days you don't like them as much. And right now, I also changed this to top 5 because I don't feel like I quite like the rest of the top 10, or less the rest of these to make them top 10. I think top 5 is succinct, nice and succinct. We have 7 of them here. We're going to kick 2 down to cool eye candy. The first of those is going to be 9. We're going to put it right here. The reason for that is because I looked through some of the gameplay while editing this, and on some of the weapons, the camo doesn't even go on the entire weapon. Like on this picture, you see that the iron sights and the rest of the weapon that isn't covered in the purple is it's covered in scales, but some of them are just the normal weapon, like it's black. That doesn't look great, especially with gold and really bright colors that are streaking towards you. But when it does look good, it looks insane. It looks amazing. But that's why I'm taking this one down to cool eye candy. And then the other one I'm going to kick, I am really conflicted about this. So Mauer Derton is going to go down here. Comes after World War II, before WaW-BO6. But now to rank them in order, which is the best pack punch camo in all of COD Zombies, in my opinion. So we're going to start with number 5. I honestly think it's probably going to be Shadows. I think this is the least visually exciting from all of these. Just because you have flickering symbols on your weapon. Granted, it is cool. It's in the top 5, of course, but I think it's the least dynamic out of all of them. And on some of the weapons, you can see like the sights aren't actually covered in the camo. Next is going to be Shaolin Shuffle, I think. I like this one a lot because it fits the vibe of the map very well. And it's also pretty dynamic, but it only flickers on and off on some of the weapons. And again, it doesn't cover the entire weapon. Number 3, this might be a little controversial. I'm feeling controversial today, I guess. It's going to be Origins. It does cover the entire weapon. What's not covered in the blue ice is Steampunk, and it fits the vibe of the map extremely well. I just think these two are a lot better because they also cover the entire gun. But this one's going to be number 2. The order's going to stay the same. Gorod Krovi, definitely best camo in all of COD Zombies, I think. Definitely above all of these just because you have an insane camo in 5 different colors that all look amazing. It's kind of insane this one is the second best camo for me, but I just absolutely love how this one moves. I love the paint strokes, and the accents on the rest of the weapon are like slowly moving circles. I absolutely love it. But yeah, there we have it. That is my tier list of all of the camos in COD Zombies. What a journey. I probably should have said this at the start too, is that this is an extremely subjective list. So let me know how you would have made it different in the comments below, and I'll also link this tier list in the description if you want to make your own. That's it for me though. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.